What's up, YouTube? What's up, my peoples? What's up, my kings, angels? I was going to say kingsmen because that's what it used to be, but I changed it to angels because it's not like there's only men out there that follow me. So today, I wanted to drive around my city and show you all some beautiful places. And of course, the day I want to do that, it's raining. So, I figured I would take the time out to talk about what happened this past weekend. Which you probably won't see this until like November. But this just happened here recently in October, this past weekend. There was a fight between myself and another family member. And it was crazy. It was crazy. It was my cousin's son's birthday. 1 year birthday party, first birthday. And me and this family member had a lot, hella beef. So everyone thought it was a good idea to invite them over because the party was at our place. And everyone thought it was a great idea to invite them even though they knew we had problems. Which is fine now. You know, me and this family member, we made up, we're good. We talked out our differences. After the blowout, you know, like we really had a heart to heart, so that's fine, it's beautiful. The person in front of me is from Connecticut and I love it because it takes me down memory lane. Y'all know I love to reminisce. Anyway, so we had like a big blowout fight. Huge. And it was so bad. I've never been that mad in my life. I have never been that extreme in my life. I mean, everyone knows I love drama and I love arguing and like, I'm all about that. But usually I do it because I'm just theatric. You know, usually when I do it, I'm kidding. Not always. I mean, some of it, you know, sometimes, which is never seen on camera. Obviously, I do, you know, I'm an emotional person, so I'm raw all the time. But this time, it was insane because I only had tunnel vision for this person. Even though my mommy, bless her heart, she was in between us trying to, you know, the whole time, like pushing me and pushing them, and, you know, and I just had tunnel vision on this person, and I lightweight blacked out, which I've never done before. I've never been so mad in a moment that I like blacked out. Because apparently I said some things, and I laugh about it now because that's my goal. My goal is to try and make light of it, try to find the humor in it because it was so bad. It was so bad. So, I mean, apparently I said some things that I never thought I would call a family member, and I felt so bad. I did. I felt so bad after the fact. And even like right after we stopped fighting, I just became drained. Like I didn't talk to nobody. I just like stood there almost like a zombie trying to interact with the party, but New Hampshire's in front of me now. I haven't been there yet though. Anyway, and it was crazy. Like they was all up in my face, fingers to the, you know, and y'all who know me, I mean, fingers are back in their face. And I kicked my shoes off because I was ready to scrap. That's like literally the only thing I remember is kicking off my shoes. Because said family member, and it was not in a threatening way, they were never going to hurt me, but it was just how it took place. When this fight broke out, they popped off with calling someone else out a hypocrite. And then when I asked who you calling a hypocrite, she turned, well, I didn't mean to say she, but it was a female family member. I didn't mean to say she, but I won't go any deeper than that. But anyway, she turned around with the knife in her hand because she was cutting the baby's cake. And she started, not really flailing it around, obviously, non-threatening at all. But, she just turned around with the knife and was like, use a bitch, boy. And it was gone. I was gone. Like, it was over. I mean, we stepped up to each other. We screaming, we hollering all up in each other's face. And I told another family member, before the party took place, I said, look, we know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. And keep in mind, this did not happen right away. We were already to the cake cutting. So, we had already eaten. Everyone had hung out. We did the gifts. We were at the end. We were doing the cake cutting, not necessarily the end. I say it's the end because after the fight broke out, it ended. So we went through this whole time with not having problems at all. I made sure to stay away from them. We would be in the same room, but I wouldn't talk to them. And I did that to a point because this said family member, I wanted them there when I did my parents' wedding vow event, which you all have seen. It is posted on my YouTube channel. That was back in September. And said family member didn't show up because someone else was going to be there that they didn't like, which I understand and I respect, but I try to tell them it's not about you and it's not about that person. It was about my parents. I wanted you here, your family. We love you. You should have been here. Whatever. So in doing that, I made sure that if I was in the same room with them, I wouldn't talk to them, but I wouldn't be disrespectful. We'd all be in the same room having conversation, just not with each other. So I was trying to show them, you could have done this. This is exactly what you could have done for my parents. Like, you could have done the same exact thing. But then, of course, it happened and it popped off and we fought. And I heard everyone, not really everyone, but I heard a lot of people screaming my name. And I just remembered I was talking about another family member. I will get back to it. But I kept hearing everyone scream my name. And it was like making me even more mad because, first of all, this is my house. We're in my house and everyone's pushing me. This is my house and they attacked in my house. Like, y'all need to get them, not me. But then, back to the other family member. I told my family member when they got there, because they were one of the first ones there, I said, look, we all know something's going to happen. We all know it's going to happen. Let's hope not, but we just know. I knew it was going to happen. Even though I tried so hard to stay away and not speak and do all that, I knew it was going to happen. Because they're the type of person who will pop off, and I am the type of person that I won't start it. But if you want to start it, baby, we gon' dance. So, I told this family member, I'm like, okay, so we know something's gonna happen. I need you to stay around me because if things get crazy, I need you to choke me. I need you to slam me. I need you to move me. I need you to do whatever you need to do to make sure it does not get crazy. Well, they didn't. Love them to death. They did not. Because in the midst of things being said, not on my part, in the midst of things being said, this person made it seem like they were better than everyone else, called everyone broke and don't have a job and all this blah blah. And so that affected some people, including said family member that I told to not necessarily protect me, but just protect everyone by being close to me. Now, they did stay close to me, and apparently I was informed that when I kicked my shoes off, he stepped closer. It's so funny now because I think it's comical that I really kicked my shoes off like I was about to fight, but I would never put my hands, and I didn't. I would never put my hands on this person. I wouldn't put my hands on family, period. But I was just ready because it's based on the history of our family dynamic, which I love very much. I love my family. I'm ride or die for my family. I don't care who it is. I got you. I'm all about family. But in the past, and I wasn't the best, I probably deserved quite a bit of what I got. But members would put their hands on me and try to, not reprimands me or discipline me or whatever. But back then, because I'm an emotional person, back then I would always run and cry, right? But I'm grown now. I don't do that. So when someone wants to try, and I'm so sorry for this old man, that just really bothered me. But when someone wants to try to get buck now, I simply just give it back to you to let you know I'm not that little boy. I'm not. You want to get in my face, we gonna make it happen. I don't care who you are. I love you in terms of family, random bitches I don't give a fuck about. But like in terms of family and friends, like I love you and I care about you, but if you wanna step, we can step. Because that's just who I am now. Because I just feel like, sometimes I've been bullied in my life, and I'm not about that no more. I'm not about that life, So whatever you want to do, we can do, boo. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. It was so crazy, and I don't want to make it seem like it was just this bad fight between family. I mean, it was bad, and I instantly felt like shit because, it's my second cousin. I don't know what he is to me because it's my cousin's baby. I'm just going to call him my cousin because, second cousins, third cousins, whatever. I felt so bad because it was his first birthday party and I didn't want shit to happen, especially on my part. But, it is what it is. And my cousin, the mother of the baby, came into my room and, and she hugged me afterwards and she just started crying. And I was like, baby, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean for it to happen. It is what it is. She wanted it. She got it. But I didn't want it, And she's like, I'm not mad at you. It's okay. I just don't want the family to fight no more because we have a history of fighting. I mean, our history goes back with, crazy fighting. So, I was like, I get it, baby, But she was okay. And then, so, after I calmed down, I went back into the kitchen to this family member that I was fighting with. And I grabbed him by the hands and I said, look, I love you, okay? I love you. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not. And then so we kind of talked it out and I tried to explain to them this pissed me off. It didn't piss me off, but it upset me. It hurt me because you chose the power of hate for this one person you have over the love and support that you should have for your sister and, this event that took place for my parents. And we kind of talked it out then and we hugged it out right then because I almost started crying. And when I said, because I was making a point to, yes, you don't like this person who was here, but look at everyone in this room because all of my family members have fought each other, okay? Because we are a lit family. I said, look around in this room and see all these faces that you all have fist fought with. You all have stopped talking for years at a time, and we are still here under this one roof loving each other. I said, and me and you just almost fought. And then I started smirking, she started laughing. She goes, you need a hug. And so she hugged me, we worked it out. And then I called her later on the phone after I figured out some things that I said to her, some nasty words that I can't believe I said. I never thought I would say those kind of words to a family member, and it hurt me. So of course I called her and I'm like, I think I said this to you. She's like, I don't remember. And I'm like, well, I was told I did, and I feel so bad because I don't think you're that kind of, I'm sorry. I was just talking, screaming, yelling. I was just saying shit because I was hurt. So we did work it out, and then for 2 days, man, I'm just I was reliving it, and I'm like, oh my God, because I don't want to be that person, and that's the thing with us older kids, the spawns of the brothers and sisters. So my mom, the aunt, the uncles and all that, all of us kids, they're spawns, the older ones, which is 4 or 5 of us. There's a lot of kids, but the ones who really grew up with that, we saw what it was like. We went through it, we lived through their fights and all these things, jail time, hospitals, not seeing each other for years at a time, and I never wanted to be like that. And the spawns, the older spawns, we kind of built that bond to stay connected because of that. But that day, I was no longer a spawn. I became the kids. you know, our parents. I became them. So in that moment, I was my mom, I was my uncles, I was my aunt, and I didn't like it. I did not like it. In the moment, I'm stepping. But afterwards, it was like, fuck. But we're good now. You know, we worked it out. We talked it out. She apologized to me. I apologized to her. Let her know I love her so much. And she let me know she loved me so much. And it was beautiful and it was nice. And we're going to keep it that way. Like the next day, I slept the whole time. Like I was literally that drained. I slept the whole day. I could not. So then that night I started, you know, started calling everyone, talking to everyone one-on-one, apologizing and letting them know, you know, because everyone knew I had a problem with this person based on the party, but there was a lot more said in the heat of that moment that I won't get into. It's very personal, very private, that, you know, things that were exchanged and said years ago, and how me and these people who were involved feel about things. So, you know, I just wanted to do my part and explain to everyone one-on-one with an apology and why it happened and what come from it, you know. So we're good now, but that was the highlight of my Sunday, and it was crazy because it was Sunday. It was this past Sunday, so it wasn't even a week ago, and it was just it was horrible. I'm glad it's behind us. I'm glad it's over. You know, I wish it never happened. I'm thinking about maybe trying to get another party together for my baby cousin, because he did not deserve that on his first birthday. And now that everyone's like, cool, maybe we can do it, you know? So we'll see. But we are better now. Everything's good. But that was a crazy night. It was crazy. But like I told a lot of people, it shouldn't have happened, but it needed to happen. It did. It needed to happen. Because that's how my family is. Like, we're all emotional people. We are very emotional. And with that being said, whether it's sadness or anger or upset or whatever, happiness, whatever emotion we are feeling, it's going to be 100. Okay? Like, it's going to be 100. So, you know, I forgot what my point was with so like it needed to happen. We needed to have that argument. We needed to get it out. And that's what that's what I love about my family, because the whole family was there, but no one really tried to get involved. Everyone stayed around so it didn't get crazy, but no one was like, a couple people kept telling me to stop, which again irritated me, but that's okay. But I mean, for the most part, everyone was just letting us say what we had to say and do what we had to do, because of course the older, you know, our elders, you know, they know all about it. They lived it a lot of their life, so they let us hash it out, deal it out. And it was, you know, I think that's the beautifulness of an ugly situation, that they just let us do our thing. They let us work through it. And I think that's beautiful about my family. I love my family to death, and I don't want another family. I don't want a new family. Like, ours is perfect. We get cray-cray, but ours is perfect. So that was my Sunday. And yeah, so that's it for this one. Give y'all an update about that. I'm at the gas station and everyone inside is looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, is this dude going to get out or not? But they're not really worried about it because I come here all the time. So anyway, I'm going to end it off here. Let me know what you all think about it in the comments below. Have y'all ever had family drama or severe situations? Don't have to be family, like where you nearly, you know, you get tunnel vision, or you feel like you black out, or, you know, almost becomes a very bad situation. Let me know in the comments below if you can relate. Morale King out. I will see you all later.